Ladies and gentlemen, first fighting out of the blue corner, he is trained of Absolute MMA, coached by Simon Carlson in Melbourne, Victoria, by way of Malaysia, with a fight record of 4 fights for 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, Ridz 1. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he is trained out of M16 Fight and Fitness by Miles Simpson, by way of Adelaide, South Australia. He weighed in at 54.2 kilograms. This is his 4th fight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack Hayes.
And there's that voice in the crowd that we all hear.
Show of respect. Normally, when you see that, it takes them a little bit of time to get into the rhythm of the fight.
Yeah, it's hard to take someone's head off when you're
just giving them
fond
a
of
hug.
them. I know,
Yeah.
exactly. Which can work in your favour sometimes. Certainly worked in mine. Good movement, some little feints by Hazy. Looks like the mat and the canvas is a little bit wet. Good opening kick. And nice little right hand, left hand, sorry. Ridz looks a little bit tentative, can't really step in with that right hand. There, he's going to get caught.
Oh, nice right hand from Jack. They've clinched up here.
Let's see what they do here. Both of them are really relaxed in the cage and the clinch here.
Looks like Jack's trying to push him up against the cage.
Yeah, he's going for those knees, which is always a good thing to do in this position.
They're both fighting for that dominant position.
They are. In the cage. Both have good awareness of where they want to be. I think this is going to be one of those ones where where striking on the break is going to be the telling factor in this one, it looks like. Both of them are dropping those hands a little bit too much, though. And Ridz has got his chin up a little bit too high, especially with someone like Hazy who likes to throw big shots. There.
Oh, right wow, he's dropped him with a nice right hand.
Good
reflex. He's setting up a guillotine, though. He's setting up a guillotine. He looks like he's got his hands together under that chin.
Has he got the sense of wherewithal to fight it?
He could possibly have this here.
Hopefully Hazy doesn't gas himself. And they're back on their feet.
Oh, he's gone for it again. Nice little DDT on the way down.
A little pro wrestling move from the molestache.
If he can lock his hands up.
Hopefully Hazy doesn't gas his arm out for his own sake, but Ridz looks like he's trying to stay composed and trying to regain himself. He's on his heels though, if you see. He's a bit flat-footed on his heels when he's recovering. And he always got a good shot. That was a good counter. There's these punches and the breaks that I think these guys are going to really land on one another.
All right, I think this is woken Ridz up now.
Yeah, I think so too. Now they're just trying to trade bombs and close that jaw, young Ridz. Looks like he's still a bit off balance.
It's a good shot there.
Yeah.
Deep on a single, and he's taken him down. He's trying to pass over to Mount here.
And he probably is going to have the superior ground game to Hazy here, I think. Hazy can scramble and get back to his feet.
He doesn't want to be staying flat on his shoulders here. He wants to be turning.
No one wants to eat punches. Hazy looks a little bit limp there in his half guard. Bit inactive. But Ridz is happy just to tenderize those ribs.
These are 3-minute rounds as well, so...
Yeah, so what's up, 40 seconds to go, so... Looks like Hazy's dominated this one so far, but we might see a pass up here and something a bit more than just arm punches. And it looks like that pass is about to come. And there he is, he's got side, yeah. If he stays composed, and Hazy doesn't get a roll out. No, he's got a good position up top.
25 seconds left. He's trying to make up for all the damage. He looks like he's got a crucifix on him here.
He did briefly. It looks like he's going to get that cross. Yeah, he's doing the right thing. He's just keeping that pressure on Hazy and just beating him down. And it's draining for both guys to be in this position, to be the one punching and trying to hold the man down, and also just to eat punches is a lot more draining, obviously.
And you have to just constantly keep working from this position.
Yeah, definitely. No, they did it.
That was a good round.
Both boys exacted a toll from one another, and there's that respect for each other again, which is always refreshing. Either way, we might see some fireworks early on the break of the clinch or the entry of the clinch. And I think that's the big factor when it comes to MMA, is that knowing all the factors, not just boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, as an actual fight itself. And I think that's where some of these young fighters struggle. They don't know how to brick it all together.
And they get caught doing one thing.
Yeah, they're too single-minded. They want the takedown or they want a kick, and then they get punched in the face.
100%.
And it doesn't have to be a big punch. It just has to be a punch in the face.
Here we go, round 2.
Both going to look for that opening shot, and there it is, that kick and then punch. He's just got his chin down. Ridz is a bit high up again.
He's setting up that right
And
hand with his jab, and he's doing good for
I
it.
wouldn't be welcoming him in. Maybe he's going to look for a counter punch of his own. That's it.
Looking for that
And there's that
takedown,
clinch, there's that
driving
pressure.
up against the cage.
And his next caught again. And hopefully Hazy doesn't burn his arm out in this one. Good top movement by Ridz. Is very, very active there.
It's good by Jack. He realised he wasn't going to get that guillotine. He didn't want to waste too much time. He's trying to get up now. But Ridz is just keeping him there.
And he's keeping good top pressure. He's keeping the hip pressure in. He's throwing those shots straight down. Hazy's got back up. Good. He's got him back
Stand
up.
back up, fighting for that
Yeah,
underhook.
got him back down again. That was a nice little
Straight back down.
transition to that single. And he doesn't really need to pass from this position at the moment because he's just still beating on Hazy and he's just winning the round. He's just doing enough.
And it's up to Hayes to use all the energy to get up.
Yeah, that's right. He needs to improve his situation. He's the one who's getting punched. He's the one who's reacting to the top pressure. And especially with that arm going over like that. And he looks like he's going to get that crucifix again, even with that leg. He's going to unlock that leg, and it looks like. There it is, right there. And there's that arm bar. We might see a repeat. Hazy needs to do something. He's defending, needs to turn into it. That leg pressure on top of that face is very painful. Hazy looks like he's very tentative.
He's fighting the elbow.
Very tenacious here.
Oh, he's gone for the hitchhiker,
Good
and
scramble,
he's
good
up, and he's
scramble,
up.
and he's out.
Wow,
And that is always the
Hayes
risk of going for a submission is you sacrifice a good position and then you risk that. You risk that scramble where the person's on top.
100%.
But I think Ridz is smart that he's composed. Oh, he's back up again. And he's going to get the ground again. Both of them putting up a lot of energetic action here. There's a knee there for Hazy if he really wants to look for it. And a bit short on that. Both fighters are tired. This is where they're getting taxed. The second round syndrome, especially the early fighters.
He's trying to set up a Kimura here.
Yeah, he's got the double wrist lock. He's fighting
He
for it.
could use it to get back up, and he does.
Good. And even the pressure of that action is enough to take a fighter's takedown attack out. But the back, running into the wall here.
He needs to do quite a lot of work in this last 30 seconds to try to sway the judges his way.
Both got that working with the body lock there. They might go for a takedown or just exchange knees. I would probably lift those knees up. You don't want the ref to think you're going for the groin. And he might get that single again. Oh, he pulled him under. Not good. That's the bad way of doing a single leg. But
Big shots by Jack here.
he's back up.
Whoa.
He's got his back. And he's sat
Good
down.
takedown. Great takedown.
And a good scramble. He's back up
Yep,
on top. And
there
he's
you
back
go.
in half guard again. And
And
saved
a
by the bell
round
for
two.
both of them.
Good round.
Good round. That was
Great
very
round.
good. That was fun. That was a fun round. And that'll be a hard one to score too. Because it had a lot going for it.
Seconds
Ridz
out.
had some great control and gone for a submission in the second round.
I think Ridz is going to be a little bit more flat-footed. If you notice, he's on his heels a lot and his chin's up, and Hayes is probably going to look to punch him a little bit. And I don't like the way he's throwing
There's
those
one
kicks.
more round to go.
Just he's
Heading
throwing
to
them
round
raw. And that's
three.
going to get countered easily. But he might just run in and get that tackle. But it's all speculation until they fight.
And it's been a cracker of an opening fight
Yeah,
so
that has been a
far.
good one. And there's that
Good show
respect
of
again.
respect at the start.
Very happy
And
boys.
now they're going to try to take each other's heads off.
Yep, there's
There's
that
a
right
good
hand.
shot.
They're both trading. This is not a healthy place for Ridz to be. Even though he's not getting hit hard,
It looks like Jack has a bit more pop in this.
he does. He seems to. And you can hear it. You can hear that little crack. Good head movement going under. Ridz is just that one bit behind. He's a bit heavy on his feet. His chin's up. His mouth's open. And everything he's doing is desperate. There's no design to it anymore. It's just he needs to do it out of desperation, which is not a good thing as a fighter. Might get the single leg though here. But a good double lift wrist lock by Harry.
Great
Yep,
job.
beautiful. He's still going for it. He might get it.
I think Ridz has straightened that arm out though.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
It does.
Yes, he has.
But even if Hazy keeps that pressure on, he might just be able to stave off that top game because he's not getting punched right now. He's not getting passed. He's stalling, and he might be able to hit a scramble if he can get something with his hips. But both guys are not in a happy place. They're both reacting to the other. And there, got mount, pulled him on the mount. That's not good. So will he do something with it, or will he bump out?
He's gone straight back to half guard. This is good.
And we've been here both rounds, and Ridz has been able to pass it, get that crucifix. So is he
Looks
going
like
to
he's
repeat it?
got that underhook though. He needs to start using it to try and
Yeah.
get up to his knees.
He's a little bit limp on that arm at the moment, unfortunately. And there he is.
There we go.
No, and he's back down again. And we can't understate how tired both guys are.
Oh, of course, this has been a cracker of a fight.
And even though it's only 3 rounds compared to the 5 minutes for the pros, These guys are still hit hard. Wrestling is stressful. Being the first fight of the night is always, you're taking in everyone else's nervous energy, so you're the ones that are putting on the show, and you're testing the waters, if you will, for the crowd and the atmosphere. Looks like Hazy's being active with his hips. Is he going to... Looks like he's fishing for an arm there. I can't really see from this angle, but both guys are hitting. Hazy looks like he's a little bit more effective with that left arm, and Ridz is just slapping that body a bit with that right.
He's doing a lot of work from the bottom here.
Yeah, and he's extending his legs out a little bit there too.
And Ridz is just happy to sit in the guard.
Yeah.
He knows that the judges will be looking at this as long as he's punching, he's most likely winning.
Exactly.
Even if
There's
Jack
that psychology.
is landing more punches from the bottom.
And rarely do you get a Bass Rutten versus Kevin Randleman situation where the bottom guy is bashing from the guard.
And he's working
and
his
he's
way
back up good, and he might get taken down
We've
again.
got 45 seconds to go in this fight.
Good scramble. Both giving good energy. And he got the takedown again.
He's trying to fish that hook in, and he could get it. He needs to do some work now, though. He's only got 30 seconds left in this fight.
Hazy's legs are a little bit high. He's sitting back up. And you can hear, I don't know if the people at home can hear it, but the crowd, the corners are very active, willing their fighters, giving all the best advice they can, hoping that little bit of energy can tell. And there's that mount again. It's almost passed. And Hazy's trying to scramble. Really wants that takedown, Ridz does. Hazy just wants to punch. He just wants to punch the head. And that was a good fight. We might see a draw. We might see. I mean, it's hard to judge.
What a fight to start the night at MMA 38.
And this is a very nervous. When it's a close fight like this, it's very apprehensive for any fighter, especially when there's something more stakes on the line, like you're a pro and you're looking for a title shot, or you're going for a title. No one ever wants to hear the official's opinion on the fight when you know how you felt about things.
Yeah, 100%. It's probably scariest when you really think that you won.
Yeah, and then you find two guys or gals disagree with that outcome.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we head to the judges for a decision. All 3 judges score it for the victory by majority points decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Ridz 1. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both these fighters kicking off the night at Eternal MMA 38. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the middle of the ring with your winner, Ridz 1. Now, mate, what a tough victory you've just pulled off. Earlier in the fight, you got caught in a tight guillotine. How tight was Jack's guillotine?
It was close, to be honest. It was close. But there's a little bit of space that I can bring my arm in and peel that open. I reckon like 5-6 more seconds over the time.
Now, being in the smaller weight classes, there's not a lot of opportunities in all the other promotions. How does it feel to fight on Eternal MMA just the second time in Adelaide?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's great. Eternal has been amazing. When we touched down from the airport all the way to the show, it's great. I couldn't ask for anything else. The trailer's really good. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Ridz 1.